Hey there, Schmoedown fans. It's Thad Williams, your interim commissioner. I hope everyone enjoyed the tournament finals matches last week. Just wanted to update all of you on some happenings around the league. The contracts have been signed, and I'm happy to announce a few updates to the match schedule. As you know, this is Innergeekdom week. The winner of today's match will compete in Friday's Fatal 4 match against Qui-Gon Jinn, Jay Washington, and Rachel Cushing. The winner of Friday's match will try to take on the belt from Hector Navarro at the Spectacular. And as I mentioned last week on Inside Schmoedown, next week we return to regular season matches with a battle that's not so much about wits as it is about witty guesses. Only Stupid Answers is facing the Wild Berries. The winner will get a match at the Spectacular. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding, that's not happening. But it should be a fun match regardless. Only Stupid Answers and the Wild Berries airs this Tuesday, November 28th. Also coming up, on Friday, December 1st, DC Movie News is entering the ring against Top That, the team formerly known as Team IGN. After declining a spot in the team tournament, we've all been waiting to see what the Top That heavy hitters would do next. Now you have your chance to find out next Friday against Mike Kalinowski and Adam Gertler. On December 5th, Mark Bernardin returns to competition to face newcomer Lon Harris. These two have worked in the same movie news circles for years. I can't wait to see what happens when they square off. And finally, December 8th is the Star Wars Fatal 5-Way with Steele Saunders from the Steele Wars podcast, Joseph Scrimshaw from Force Center podcast, Star Wars Explains Alex Damon, Shayna O'Neill the Geek Girl Diva, and the warrior himself, Sam Witwer. The winner will challenge the pit boss Ken Knapsack at the Spectacular for the coveted Star Wars belt. So there you have it, a bunch of fantastic matches the next few weeks as we go full steam ahead towards the Spectacular. But enough for me. You're here for the Innergeekdom Qualifier between Emma Fyffe and Jason Inman. So let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. This Innergeekdom matchup is going to feature Emma Fyffe taking on Jason Inman. Can we have a whole lot of sweaty geekness that's about to happen in this qualifier for Friday's Fatal 4-Way?
Absolutely. This is a big match with a lot of ramifications. Jason Inman has been chasing this Innergeekdom title for a long time.
He's been running.
This is where I think he belongs, though he's a great competitor at anything he does here in the Schmoedown. This is his arena, and then we have Emma Fyffe out to try to prove that she is not just an interviewer. She is a competitor. She's been in teams with the Night Sisters, with Joelle Monique, and they've had some bumps in the road, and I think this is a big key match for her.
So much nerd talent here today, and we didn't even talk about our special guest, maybe the nerdiest of the nerds, the king of the geeks, Mark Andraco is here, everybody.
Thank you. Nice to be here, fellas. Nice to be on this side of the table for once.
It's a little bit less pressure, isn't it?
Well, I'm scared I'm going to mess up a question, so I always yell. I always complain over there when somebody messes up something.
The tails are turned, Mr. Andraco, but it's good to have you here. You know the competition, and you know what it's like to be under pressure on that stage there. So what do you think about Inman Fyffe going into this match?
Well, I think they're pretty evenly matched. They're both really great competitors. They both have specific areas of knowledge. They both have deficiencies as well. So, like I always say,
shots fired.
The wheel will be the deciding factor because this could be a photo finish, and I hope it is because those are the most exciting ones.
It's a great point, Ken, because you look at the wheel for the Innergeekdom, and you have some Inman strengths on there. I mean, obviously, Star Trek is a wedge on the wheel, and then when you look at Emma Fyffe and what she brings to the table, Emma Fyffe, like you said, might have a deficiency here too, as Inman might, but if you're walking down the street and you see Emma Fyffe walking towards you with a broomstick for Quidditch, turn around and go in the other direction because your lunch money's about to get taken.
And the thing about Emma that's really interesting is because she's the commentator and because she does the post-interview.
The golden mic.
She knows how to get under your skin. I mean, she did it to me my last match.
Well, I was going to ask you. Now, the Lion's Den is an interesting little group of kittens. We know that here, and I know you're going to come here and kind of just be a non-biased announcer.
The whiskers are off.
But you and Emma do have a history over there in the interviews.
Yeah, the last match that I unfortunately lost to a very worthy competitor, Ms. Rachel Cushing.
We've all been losers recently.
Emma's line of questioning got under my skin, and I kind of went full heel on her. So I would like to take the time to apologize for going full heel on her. I should have gone after the fact. I was like, wow, that was kind of mean. So save your cards and letters. I am a man who knows my own flaws.
No, but, you know what? If you're still sending cards instead of hate comments, send all the cards you can.
Actually, send cards and letters. But I can judge fairly on this. I think it'll be a really fun match. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And both fighters really respect each other a lot. They are determined to win, but like I said, there is a mutual respect here, Mr. Ellis.
There certainly is, Ken, and when you talk about mutual respect and maybe some light trash talking, that's what we expect to hear from both Jason Inman and Emma Fyffe pregame. Here's a quick look.
Coy, Rachel, and Jay, you all have secured your spot to go for that Innergeekdom belt. I need my spot. I have been chasing this belt for a year. Last year, I begged Christian Harloff to let me in the first Innergeekdom match ever. He wouldn't do it. He was like, you're in the team match. You need to focus on Scott Mance. He's a ball of tricks. And you know what? I handled him. We won our match. I still could have done the Innergeekdom. So this is my shot to get my chance at that belt.
I feel pretty comfortable where I am standing, in front of a step repeat, interviewing people after matches, but I like to get in there and compete every once in a while, and Innergeekdom's sort of up my alley.
So if you saw last time I played, I got screwed by the wheel. The wheel has been my unlucky heel this year. Every time I face that wheel, it blesses me like a baby, or it slaps me like a bitch. And most of the time it slaps me like a bitch. I hate that fucking wheel.
The last time that I competed in Innergeekdom, I had the first time ever competing in this competition wherein I spun a category on the wheel I was actually good at, and I got a little over-eager. Didn't quite listen to the full question, and that kind of threw me for a loop going into the last question of that round, which I should have known. Herbology, it's like a real freaking thing.
Nerd stuff is my life. This is my passion. This is what I believe. Seriously, if you were to cut my veins, the Starship Enterprise would come out. Seriously, it would. I live and breathe this stuff, and now's the time to show it.
Jason Inman, if I hit that Harry Potter category in round 2, I am not going to answer questions before I finish hearing the end of them. And I'm going to totally devastate. This time I'm going to get all the points that I need. Best of luck to you if you get Star Trek in round 2. You're a good man, Jason Inman, and I look forward to doing battle with you today.
Emma is a very impressive competitor. You should not count her out by any match. I do think this is a 50-50 toss-up. But like every hero's journey, like Kirk versus Khan, like Luke versus Darth Vader, like Indy versus Hitler, I've got to take out the person that's standing in front of me. And Emma, I'm sorry to say, it's you. I'm going to break your wand, and I'm going to send you packing. But don't worry, I'm going to send you along with the sorting hat. Just make sure you say hi to the Dursleys for me.
I mean, you see that there? I'm actually really proud of them because you are in a hot pressure situation right now, just trying to get into a fatal four-way. I think that they handled the pre-interviews with class. We will see what happens when we actually get out onto the dance floor. Without further ado, Ken, let's hit the tail of the tape.
That's right. One of these fighters will go on to face Rachel Cushing, Jay Washington, and Coy Jandrew. But for right now, we have Jason Inman. His strengths are DC, Marvel, DC and Marvel. He reads a lot of superhero comic books, also Star Trek. He doesn't just look like Riker. He is Riker in his own mind. He knows a lot about that fandom. And Emma Fyffe, the Golden Mike, Harry Potter, just look at her socks. Lord of the Rings, look at her spells and wizardry. And, of course, Star Wars. She's a big fan of that as well, participating in Star Wars role-playing game shows, Star Wars Rebels recaps. This is interesting, like Mark said. A lot of strengths and little deficiencies. Let's see where they match up.
Ken, there's two things that we love to do when we have a special guest at the desk. One is make them buy us lunch. The other is guess who's going to win here today. You got Fyffe, you got Inman.
I think, all things being equal, I think it's going to be a photo finish. I think Inman by 2 points.
He's going with the favorite here today. And without further adu, Ken, Mark, y'all ready to do this?
Are you guys ready? Is that pink jacket ready?
This pink jacket has never not been ready for anything.
Is that the ghost of Josh Bakuka? Well, then if you guys are ready, the crowd is ready, then it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown! An Innergeekdom one-on-one matchup, 3 rounds to a finish. All right, introducing first. Representing the Night Sisters, with a record of 0 wins and 1 defeat. She is the Golden Mike, Emma Fyffe!
Here comes Emma Fyffe casting a spell of joy over the audience.
I almost expect like a singing frog nearby, a lot of spells. Expelliarmus, that's one of them, right?
Inside out of Spelliarmus.
I think that's it.
You just went full Innergeekdom,
I
Ken.
did. And her opponent, representing Team Trek, with a record of 0 wins and 1 defeat, He is Jason Justice Inman!
Here comes
That is a Doctor Who reference. I got it, Mark.
Oh,
There's
my
a Doctor Who reference.
goodness, a Doctor Who reference by Jason Inman. We expected Trek, we expected maybe Star, not Doctor Who. Coming out of the phone booth hot.
Love it, I love it, I love it. All right, Mark, while the fighters get ready, go ahead. Will you explain some of the rules to us?
That's right. Miss Fyffe and Mr. Inman, you are in an Inner Geekdom matchup. Like Ken alluded to, the winner of this match here today will compete in the Fatal 4-Way, which is just days away. The winner of that will face Hector Navarro at the Schmoedown Spectacular later on this year. In this competition, you will hear 10 questions in round 1. As soon as you hear the question, please write your answer on the whiteboard. When we ask you for your answer, please show the whiteboard to the camera at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone, which is very magical as well. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round 1. Jason Inman, you are the favorite. Are you ready to compete?
Let's engage.
Ooh.
I believe that was a Star Trek reference. Emma Fyffe, are you ready to engage?
Ready.
Those are legally binding answers. It's time. Let's get ready to Schmoedown.
All right, we will defer to our special guest who asked the first question of round 1. The ceremonial first one, but it does count just the same.
The first question is in the category of Harry Potter. What is the first name of Harry Potter's father?
Did not know he had a daddy.
I didn't know.
No idea. Thought he was one of them
5, 4,
miracle births.
3, 2, and 1. Jason Inman.
That is James.
That is correct.
correct.
Emma Fyffe.
James.
That is correct. I would assume nothing less.
James.
Great job, Emma.
I was
Thanks,
gonna
you too,
guess
Jason.
The Lord our Savior, and I would have been wrong. Your next question comes from the world of Marvel. These are Marvel flicks. What did Peter Parker originally want to be called at the wrestling match in 2002's Spider-Man? I remember seeing that movie in the movie theater when I was 4
I do
years
too,
old.
yeah. A lot of tension over there. I feel at the concert. 5 and a 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens are down. Emma Fyffe.
I don't think this is right, but he is a spider wearing a mask, so I said the masked spider.
Ooh, I would have been intimidated, but that is incorrect,
Incorrect.
Jason Inman.
I'm pretty certain this is incorrect as well. Is it Man Spider?
So close, the human spider. The human spider,
Human
both
spider.
of them.
It was
makes
Bruce Campbell that named him,
sense.
though. Bonus points?
Swing and a miss. No points for Inman.
All right, guys. Third question is in the category of DC. DC, what's the character name of Christopher Walken in Batman Returns? Cue bad impressions now.
It's all about
do,
the power.
Walk an impression
That one won.
on the spot.
5.
I was still
4,
doing mine.
3,
I didn't have
2,
time to finish.
and 1. You guys are ready. Jason Inman.
Max Shrek.
That is correct.
I couldn't remember Max, but I did put Shrek.
We
gonna go
do
to
need the first and last
Okay.
name of
All
the
right.
character.
Because there is a son in that movie.
And did you know that Max Shrek was the name of the actor who played Nosferatu in the original Nosferatu film?
And with that, Schmoedown is over. Thanks, guys.
We've accomplished our mission, and we
Stay
go
tuned for the
back
Vampire Schmoedown.
to the man who knows everything about cinema from 1915 on, Mark Andreyko.
Until 1990.
Perfect. Next question, Mark.
This comes from the category of Star Wars, my favorite. What substance can sustain a person in perfect hibernation?
I believe that is meth is the answer.
Close.
Blue meth
Close.
is what
All
we're
right.
looking for.
Jason's writing 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat the question.
All right.
Ooh, that's one of your repeat the questions.
What substance can sustain a person in perfect hibernation?
All right.
You know who hibernates well? Bears.
That is 1, 5.
You ever
4,
notice that?
3, 2, and 1. Pens down, and we go to Emma.
Carbonite?
That's correct. Inman.
I was saying carbonite. I didn't have time to write it out, so it's corbite.
Corbite, we cannot
ran out of time to write
accept
it.
I mean,
Corbite.
I think Corbite's a planet in the EU,
Yep.
but that's not the right answer here.
You try to freeze Han in Corbite, and Kylo Ren wouldn't get a chance to kill his daddy. And we move on to Star Trek questions, worth 1 point. In 2009's Star Trek, what color is the matter used to create the black hole that consumes planet Vulcan?
All right, this is a strength for Inman. He is done already. Emma's still riding here, and we have a countdown coming here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, Mr. Inman.
That is red matter.
That is right.
I said green, which is opposite of red on the color wheel.
That's
so.
right, but wrong. All right.
Very true. So Jason Inman gets the point. That question brought to you by our good friends over at Crayola. Ken Knapsack with the next question.
All right, 6th question. This is in the category of Lord of the Rings. What form does the giant firework set off by Merry and Pippin take in Fellowship of the Ring?
Did you know Fellowship of the Ring is a movie in the Lord of the Rings franchise?
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Ring franchise.
That's why I'm here.
5, 4,
Watch that tape, you're
3,
dead.
2, and 1. Pens are down and ready. Emma Fyffe.
I think it's a dragon.
We'll accept that.
It's a dragon.
It
That's right.
certainly is.
Wow. Also known as Smaug.
Smaug. You hear that, Makuga? Smaug.
All right, next question.
All right, here we go. Mark Andraco stepping up to the plate, touching my computer.
Sorry.
Hope you washed your hands. There you go.
Yeah, what is that picture? Whoa.
That's my private life.
That's a good thing. Question number 7 comes from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In the Avengers, during Steve Rogers and Nick Fury's conversation at the gym, where did Steve say he should have left the Tesseract?
All right, testing.
I'd love to have a conversation with either one of those guys in a gym setting. That's when I'm most confident.
I would love to have a conversation with
I'm
Chris Evans
sweaty.
in the gym.
5,
The muscles are getting involved.
4,
The gym, not the
3,
bathroom.
2,
Showers
and
count.
1. Pens are down. Jason Inman.
Bottom of the ocean.
That's going to be correct.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the ocean.
That is
Wow.
correct. Close game.
They got the line exactly right. Very impressive work. We move on to your 8th question in round 1, and that comes from The Hobbit. These are the movies that are also in the Lord of the Rings franchise, just not as good. In the desolation of Smaug, what region of Middle-earth do Bilbo and the dwarves encounter the giant spiders and a group of 11 led by Legolas? In what region of Middle-earth? I'm not up on my Middle-earth mapping, on my topography.
I am, just not for
Middle-earth.
these ones. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got some head shaking. Emma Fyffe.
I put Mirkwood Forest.
That is correct.
Oh!
That's what I said as well.
Boy,
Everybody gets a point.
teaming up there.
Great job, Emma.
Thanks, you too, Jason. We really knew that. Totally wasn't a guess.
If Jason wasn't already married, I'd try and set these two up.
Well, there you go.
Speed
Number
dating.
9. Number
Nerd
9
dating.
out of 10. 9 out of 10. This is in the category of DCEU.
Okay.
Who played Alfred in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice?
I know who played Alf in the hit TV show in the 80s.
Not factoring in here, though.
We should have an ALF category.
I would love to have an Alf category.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. Jason Inman.
Jeremy Irons.
That is correct.
Jeremy Irons.
That is correct.
All right,
Emma
we have
keeps
us a
pace.
hot ball game here. 7-6 is the score right now. One more question in round 1, and that will be administered by Mark, an Alf enthusiast, and Draco.
The category is mixed bag.
Great.
In V for Vendetta, who played now I know why you have me ask this question. Who played closeted homosexual and talk show host Gordon Deitrich?
Are you a big fan of talk show
Are you a
hosts?
talk show host?
Yeah.
I don't know what the... You like the number 10?
My middle initial's V.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Emma Fyffe.
I was going to write it was definitely someone, but I cannot remember who.
That is close, but wrong.
It was definitely Stephen Fry.
That is right.
Wow, and with that answer, Jason Inman takes a 2-point lead. If you remember, Ken, at the beginning of this very match,
I do.
Mark, Victor, and Draco predicted that Inman would win the entire match by 2 points. He now finds himself with a 2-point gap between him and Emma Fyffe as we move on to round 2.
The great equalizer, the wheel.
The wheel. How are you feeling, Mark? Pressure on you asking these questions? Do you feel good here?
Yeah, I'm getting a little tongue-tied
Good,
because,
yeah.
two good comedians, two good announcers. I feel like I'm, want to hold up my end of the bargain.
I'll be on
Many,
your
yeah.
I'll be on your talk show any day.
And we move on to round 2, which is affectionately by some known as the wheel round. Each competitor is going to get a spin at that their wheel, and you're going to have a category that corresponds to 5 questions up here at our answer desk. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can check for multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, competitors, there is stealing in round 2, and if you don't like the category you spin at first, you are allowed 1 mulligan, which is golfing term for do-over. Jason Inman, you are currently in the lead, so would you like to have the first spin of the wheel, or would you like to defer to Miss Emma Fyffe?
I would like Miss Emma to have first shot at the wheel.
All right, giving her the
Fyffe's gonna get a crack.
Chivalry is
I
not
always
dead.
say that
There
first
it
spin,
is.
you can put pressure on
We're
your
looking for
opponent.
Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Marvel movie.
I'm going to spin again.
She's going to spin again. Give it a big
You
spin.
gotta think,
Spin is in.
if you love your Potter, you
Yeah.
love your Lord of the Rings,
You gotta
you give
take
it
that
another
shot.
spin to take a shot. Star Wars it is. Emma Fyffe, as a matter of fact, hosts a show called Pencils and Parsecs. She knows a little bit about Star Wars. Ken, you, because you're a huge Star Wars fan, will be administering the questions to Rey Skywalker. Excuse me, I read that wrong. Emma Fyffe.
All right, here you go, Emma. You get 5 questions. Remember, you do have multiple choice.
Yep.
If you want. Question 1. In The Phantom Menace, Qui-Gon Jinn said there is pod racing on what other planet?
Ooh. Give me the multiple choice.
All right. A, Coruscant. B, Alderaan. C, Mallister. D, Hoth.
I believe it is C, Mallister.
That is correct for a point.
Mallister. Popular name for children in the 80s.
All right. Question 2. In Revenge of the Sith, what is the name of the commander who was told to execute Order 66 against Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Multiple choice.
A, Commander Gray. B, Commander Cody. C, Commander Stone. D, Commander Rex.
I think it's A.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Commander Cody.
That is right.
That question was for you, Cody.
Almost
Jace.
what I said.
Cody Hall getting
Always
a
second
point.
guess myself.
Execute Order 66. All right, third question
Okay.
out of 5. In A New Hope, where was Luke planning to go to have R2-D2's memory erased?
Oh. Oh, crap. I'm totally
5,
blanking. Give me the multiple
4.
choice.
All right,
Sorry.
we have A, Mos Espa. B, Anchorhead. C, Taloo. D, Mos Eisley.
Anchorhead.
That is correct for a
Yeah.
point.
I mean, you
All
get
right,
a
keep it
transport there for pretty much Alderaan, wherever you're going.
All right, in question 4, in Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, which starfighter squadron makes it through the shield gate to assist rebels on the ground?
Multiple choice.
A, Red Squadron. B, Blue Squadron. C, Gold Squadron. D, Green Squadron.
I think it's Red Squadron.
Incorrect,
Ugh,
Jason.
darn it.
Is it blue?
It is blue.
That's a huge steal by Jason Inman. That's a 2-point
It is
swing, and it's the
blue.
second time in this match that colors have failed Emma Fyffe.
That's right.
Yeah.
General Merrick's Blue Squad. All right, 5th and final question. In Return of the Jedi, how does Jabba refer to Han frozen in carbonite hanging on the wall?
I don't. Multiple choice. Sorry, I don't remember.
No apologies needed. A, most prized possession. B, favorite decoration. C, best bounty. D, most cherished possession.
Can you repeat the answers?
Sure, it will not count as a JT rule. A, most prized possession. B, favorite decoration. C, best bounty. D, most cherished possession.
I think favorite decoration.
That's correct
Yeah.
for a
It's a
point.
big point because
All
Jason
right.
Inman looked like he knew that answer, but now Emma Fyffe closes the gap to just 1. And now it is Mr. Inman's spin at the wheel. He's been eyeing it as he would a lady on a dance floor. The man can cut a rug, Ken. They call it the Inman Boogie back where he's from.
That might be.
And he has boogied his way into the category
Marvel.
of Marvel movies. Jason Inman, a collector of comic books.
It is comical booklets here, but he's also the host of DCL Access.
Ooh, could
He's
this
got
be
that
a
in his background?
company decision?
All right, we're gonna need a
here?
decision here in 5.
Let's do it.
All right, Marvel is taking
Inman
a
always
chance.
up for a fight.
This is Marvel.
These are Marvel, so this could be anything that has ever been Marvel film related. Mark Andreyko.
Okay, question number 1. You ready, Jason?
Yep.
Who played Bobby Drake, also known as Iceman, in X-Men, X2, and X-Men: The Last Stand?
Is it Sean Ashmore?
That is correct.
Holy crap! Who knows that? He got 2 points.
I knew it.
3-point lead. I'm a Fyffe note as well. All right, your next question. In Blade 2, what is the name of the elite vampire squad that Blade reluctantly teams up with?
I need the multiple choice for this one.
I can give you that for 1 point. Is it A, the Night Stalkers, B, the Reapers, C, the Blood Pack, or D, the Slayers?
The Blood Pack.
They all sound like great metal names, but that is the correct one. 1 point goes Jason Inman's way. He now has a 4-point cushion.
Question number 3. In 2005's Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm has developed feelings for blind artist Alicia Masters. Who plays Alicia?
Who remembers anything from that movie? Multiple choice.
A. Jada Pinkett Smith, B. Taraji P. Henson, C. Kerry Washington, D. Janelle Monáe Robinson.
C.
That is
Correct
correct.
for a point.
Oh, boy. Inman, a confident, partial guess there. Your next question. In Logan, how much money is paid to Logan to take Laura to North Dakota?
I think I know this, but I don't want to give her the points. Multiple choice.
Is it A, $20,000, B, $60,000, C, $80,000, or D, $100,000?
Is it 20?
That's
It,
correct.
in fact, is
For a
20,
point.
and
Yeah.
you get a point for your trouble. It is now
Yes.
15-9.
Yes, so politely.
It was very nice. Very good manners here by both competitors.
Your 5th and final question. In 2004's Spider-Man 2, what job does Peter get fired from because he's always late?
Pizza delivery.
That's correct.
Correct. 2 points for Jason Inman.
Wow.
And that is what you expect from an Inman, getting a category that maybe some of his fans weren't sure how he was going to do, but he seemed confident in Marvel, and the decision to keep that wheel, Reg, really paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. A commanding lead, but it's not impossible for Emma. She has some pressure on her here, but those numbers could sink Jason just as much as they could elevate her. This is still anyone's game going into round 3.
We have seen crazier things happen in a round 3, especially when it comes to Innergeekdom. Mark Andreyko, your read on the match so far.
It would be fun. It would be fun if she comes back and makes it close.
She would. She does need to avoid the TKO.
Yeah.
TKO is
Yeah.
possible here, but like I said, those numbers are where your fate lies.
And those numbers are what we are going to receive from our competitors right now in round 3. You're going to get 3 questions. Those are valued at 2 points, and then 3 points, and then if we get that far, 5 points. They're all from different movie categories, and that is why we need your 3 numbers. So Jason Inman, if you can go ahead and give us a number, 3 numbers that range from 1 to 17.
I want 17,
Okay?
01, and 9 to celebrate the Enterprise coming back in 2009.
He still did it. Even without Scott Mance, he still did it. All right. We have
All right.
17, 01, and 9. And now, Emma Fyffe, your favorite numerals.
I will take 3, 6, and 15.
Those are all legal integers, and we are ready to go. Ken Knapsack will be administering the questions to Emma Fyffe, and like Ken said, Andreyko, we are at risk of a technical knockout right now. Emma Fyffe has some work in front of her.
Yeah, absolutely. Emma, you chose number 3. I just want to confirm, right?
Yes.
Good, because that's Harry Potter.
Oh, good.
Harry
Whoa!
Potter.
Yeah.
Whoa! It's
All
a
right.
shame it's only worth 2 points. Ken.
2-point question. 2-point question. Hagrid gave Dudley Dursley the tail of what animal in Sorcerer's Stone?
A dog?
That's incorrect.
I don't remember.
Incorrect. We were looking for pig.
Oh,
Looking
that's
for
right.
pig.
Oh, God. I can picture it now.
The magical
All right.
Thought it was
pigtail.
She definitely needs this next one to avoid the TKO, and you chose the number 6. Number 6, that category is Who said it?
Oh boy.
Who said it? 3-point question. Who said certainty of death, small chance of success? What are we waiting for?
Can you repeat the question?
Who said certainty of death, small chance of success? What are we waiting for?
I'll go with K2SO.
And your winner by way of technical knockout, Jason Justice Inman. We were looking for Gimli. Gimli
was
from Lord of the Rings.
the answer. I like the K2SO plug there, though. Jason Inman, a hell of a match that he played. He knew what he wanted in round 2. He might not necessarily got in his favorite category, but he was able to maneuver his way around this entire match. And then Emma Fyffe, you got to know it's a pig's tail because they're very famous for those curly little tails they have.
That's right. Hey, look, all hats off to Emma here. She came in the ring, and sometimes it's those numbers. And even then, when you get a category that you know, I'm a Star Wars fan. I could struggle on a question that I thought I would know, and that was a deep cut with Hagrid and the tail. So what are you going to do?
Certainly, and Drake, I mean, if anybody has any question about Emma Fyffe's overall Innergeekdom knowledge, look at what she was able to do along with Jason Inman in the first round. There were points flying everywhere. You just get stuck with a difficult category in round 2, and that might make or break you.
Yeah, no, these questions, these were tough questions, all these questions in this final round. All felt like 5-pointers to me, but that's why I'm not competing in Innergeekdom.
You're not in Innergeekdom. All right, we are going to go, though, Mark, backstage right now to Jen Sturger, who was with both the winner and the loser.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? I'm Jen Sturger here with Mr. Inman. That was a fantastic match.
Thank you so much.
You got to be feeling pretty stoked.
I feel really good. I feel good that I didn't go out there. I didn't stumble. I took a Marvel category that people were probably surprised that a DC guy took. But you know what? This is one step closer to that 4-way. I've been wanting that belt for over a year. And Jen, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be mine.
You took your time in that 2nd round. You know, you didn't, like we said before, you didn't jump to conclusions, and you definitely went for the multiple choice when you had to.
Yeah.
What was your strategy doing that?
My strategy at that point was I just wanted to keep the lead. I was so worried that if I went for an answer that I would give Emma 2 points. So I knew that I just had to let them say the word, and as soon as I'd hear it.
And she's a dangerous competitor.
Marvel is a strength of hers. I knew that if I gave her the chance to steal it from me, she would, and I didn't want to give her that shot.
So going into that 3rd round, though, you had to be feeling pretty confident.
I did. I did until they said Harry Potter. And as soon as they said Harry Potter, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to fight for this. I'm going to have to fight for this. And again, everybody might have discounted Emma out at the 3rd round, but I didn't. I was so worried because she is so varied in all her knowledge. She's just like me in the same Innergeekdom.
Good all-around.
Yeah, she's all around. She knows a little bit of everything. So even with that lead, I wasn't confident.
Now, we're throwing you right back into the fire later this week.
Man, when am I going to have the time for all this stuff, guys?
So now, because you've won this match, you get to compete in the 4-way like you spoke of. And that's against Washington, Coy, the Crusher.
Yes.
I mean, how are you feeling going into Friday?
I feel pretty good because I trained a lot to come into this match. I watched a lot of movies.
A lot of montages.
Memorized a lot of starships for no reason. That's just usually what I do in my hobby. But it happened to work for this one. So, but, you know, I have one person that I'm really scared of.
Really? Who's that?
The Crusher. Rachel Crusher Cushing. I'm very scared of her. The other competitors, I think they're kind of like me. They're varied. It's going to be all around luck. But Rachel is a machine. And if she hits one of her favorites on that wheel, we're all dead.
I agree with you on that one. But what's it going to feel like to be champ for you?
It's going to feel like destiny. It's enough said.
Can't argue with that. We'll see you Friday.
Yeah, see you.
I'm not going to lie. This is a little weird.
I feel a lot more at home here than I do out at the table there. Like, this feels a lot more natural. I think that's what it is. It's like, if I could just have a mic in my hand at the table, like, I'd feel more in my element and, maybe I'd do better.
Maybe we work that out for you next time.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
perfect.
definitely a little weird. Interviewer on interviewer. It's pretty cool. That was a little disappointing.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in my performance, but You win some, you lose some.
Let's keep it real, though. Like, you were in it.
Yeah, I did pretty well in round 1. I was only a couple points down from Jason Inman, so I felt pretty good going into round 2. And then, Star Wars is definitely a strong category for me, but at this point, we've had whole Schmoedowns.
We are running out of Star Wars questions.
Yeah, exactly. We are running out of Star Wars questions to ask. So the level of Star Wars question, unless it's a round 1 question, which usually the round 1 questions encompass more of like a general kind of knowledge, hence the carbonite question. But like in round 2, the questions start getting a lot more specific. And again, it's like we've had whole Schmoedowns full of Star Wars, and there's a whole lot of Star Wars. So it's like, even if my knowledge in, say, one particular area is particularly strong, it's not necessarily going to translate to be all across the board.
Is that why you're kind of upset right now?
A little bit.
Oh, you made me want to hug
It's
you.
okay.
Oh, Emma, we all love you. And look, that just goes to show you that even when you hit something on the wheel that is your strength, like the questions are completely unpredictable.
Yeah.
We've seen people that are like, I'm musicals, I'm dance movies, I'm action movies.
Can we talk
and they
about
get
the number
killed.
of times that Team Action has landed on action and had to go multiple choice for basically every answer?
I don't mean to interrupt this interview, but Emma, you are fantastic. You are a champion in your own right, and you helped build this Schmoedown. So I thank you for a great match.
Aw. You guys are going to make me cry. I didn't wear waterproof mascara. But Emma, we're going to see you back here again soon.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't know. I might just stick to this. I think
No, never. We will not let that happen. Women need to be represented in that geek world as much as possible. So we'll see you again soon, all right?
Thanks, Jen.
Love you, girl.
Well, you see it there. I mean, they're handling both the winner and the loser with the grace and class and competitive fun spirit that they had in the pre-interview and that we saw throughout this match here. Jason Inman will be moving on to the Fatal 4-Way, which we remind you airs in just a few days here. So, Mark Andraco, I'm going to give you your Koi Janru, your Jay Washington. I will give you now your Jason Inman. And who else?
Rachel Cushing.
Yeah. And Rachel Cushing in this match. Who do you like coming up in the Fatal 4-Way?
Once again, the wheel is the thing there. I think.
So you don't like anybody? You
No,
just hate
no.
the wheel.
I think Rachel or Jason would be neck and neck for me. But once again, as we see here, if the wheel isn't in your favor, you can have a commanding lead and then just go down in flames.
Yeah.
But if everything being equal, I think it's between Rachel and Jason to go up against Hector.
Ken Knapsack, when we look at the future of Emma Fyffe and the Innergeekdom, I still think that it is bright. I think that there's some storm clouds. You got to get over that first hurdle of getting a solid W in an Innergeekdom match. But she has all the game in the world to do just that going forward.
Absolutely. I really hope she continues here. It's just 2 losses. We've seen anything can happen. You can come back from that. Look at the year JT he had a couple years ago. Now he's on top of the world. So Mark, as good as anyone, you could turn your fortunes around.
That's right, and you guys can turn your fortunes around if you are not already on the Facebook fan page, Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Request to be a member. They will approve you. Keep it classy in there and have some fun. And also check out the Schmoedown Rundown. The Schmoedown Runtime. It's the Schmoedown Rundown. It's a great podcast on iTunes. Go ahead and download the latest episode of that right now.
Absolutely. Frank, Aaron, and Brian do a great job giving you the pregame and postgame stats and stories.
Hats off, boys.
And analysis. Mark, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, this was fun.
It is Innergeekdom time between Jason Inman and Emma Fyffe. The winner advances to Friday's Fatal 4-Way. Hey everyone, Frank Janish from The Rundown with your stat breakdown, and let's just dive right into the numbers for today's match. Starting with Emma Fyffe. She started off pretty strong, going 6 of 10 in round 1, but after that, she faltered for the rest of the match, ended up going 9 of 17 for a 53% correct. Now this match further exposed Emma's deficiencies, especially when it comes to the major comic book franchises. Between all things DC and Marvel, she's a combined 5 of 23. Now moving over to today's winner, Jason Inman, he was strong throughout the entire match, answering 15 of 17 for 88% correct. He continued to be extremely dominant concerning all things comic book related with a combined accuracy rate of 83%, as well as being strong in Star Wars. After today's match, it brought his lifetime accuracy to 78%, which puts him at 3rd best behind Rachel Cushing and Hector Navarro. And he's done this by only answering 2 Star Trek questions, which we all know is his major area of expertise. And for more stats and info, go follow SD Rundown Stats on Twitter, as well as the Schmoedown Rundown podcast every week on the SK Plus YouTube channel, as well as on the Schmoes Know podcast feed on iTunes. And this has been your post-match Schmoedown Breakdown.
Well, well, what do we have here?
Well, hello, outlaw.
Don't give me that hello outlaw crap. You've been ducking me for far too long, Riley.
Oh, ducking you? Hardly, dude. I'll take you on Schmoedown any day of the week, any time.
Any day, any time?
Any day, any time, Roka, just like last time.
Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? I owe you for that one.
Oh, yeah, you want a Schmoedown?
Oh, I want a Schmoedown right now.
Oh, you want a Schmoedown right now?
I want a Schmoedown right now, Riley.
Well, then draw.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. And if you think these two take movie trivia seriously, you should take the fans into consideration. Y'all have been begging for your shot at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, and now you get your opportunity. We are proud to introduce the Movie Trivia Schmoedown app. Fans will be able to play all trivia modes and compete against your favorite competitors, join a league, or play a friend one-on-one. After you accrue enough points, you can unlock the Innergeekdom division and play in another format. Find some fans from all over the world, climb up the rankings, deem a champion, challenge a champion, but make sure you've earned it. We're so excited for y'all to finally get your chance to play the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. This app is for all you movie trivia fans who have ever said,
I totally knew that.
How'd you miss that?
it's for everybody. Make sure you guys download it right now on iTunes for a one-time fee of just $3.99. And make sure you request to join the Movie Trivia Facebook page. And then one day, maybe you can challenge the likes of a Roka, a Riley, maybe even your old pal, Baby Carrots. I'll be your Huckleberry. It's Schmoedown time.